Afternoon, farmers. It's not morning. Oh, yes. I've been working all morning, and yeah, that's when you realize you forgot to hit the record button, and you did all this work, and yeah, now you're in the afternoon hours. But anyways, here we are. It is afternoon. Oh, wow. What have we done so far? Well, you missed some pretty good stuff. I mean, this is my opinion, but I am biased. We are up here, actually, over by Oliver's farm, in a way, Oliver's house, across the way, and we are plowing away in our FV tractor, a wonderful FV tractor. So what's been happening this morning? Well, we actually finished the harvest, and we did not quite make $7.5 million in the bank account. It's like $7.44 million in the bank account. We just basically finished 2 fields this morning. When I say we, I mean the workers did. So they are done harvesting. And what we've been doing now is I've been hiring workers to plow. I got 2 workers plowing 2 fields. One in Old Wheatford. That is the big 7.55 hectare size field. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I think that cost me like $2,800 to have someone plow that. And one over in Peaksville, that field that is 5.5 hectares in that general area. And that cost me $2,100. Also, last episode, you remember me planting potatoes in that field over there. And I said, well, I'm not only going to do that once. That's right. I hired a worker to plow the field next, not plow the field, plant the field next to it. I'll show you in just a second after I get this field done. Oh, man, just when you think I'm done with recording, then you realize, okay, you haven't hit record yet. So everything you said now does mean nothing. So it's just the very next day since last episode. We didn't skip any days because the price of canola was still $8.36 per 1,000. So yeah, it all went pretty well there. And I was trying to think how much money we made this spring, and I do not remember, which is kind of sad. But that is the case. I do not remember how much we made from this spring cleaning. I want to say last year's spring cleaning we made $1.8 million from harvest. And I don't remember what we started at for this spring cleaning, so I want to say it was just shy of $6 million. But if that's the case, then that means we only made $1.5 million from this spring cleaning, which is kind of, if that is the case, it is kind of bad because like we have more fields this year than we had last year. So it all comes down to what was the price I was harvesting at last year compared to this year. Not really sure. But yeah, I did also try to talk to my wife last night, and she's been avoiding me like the plague when it comes to 8 o'clock. She goes right to the kitchen and cooks, and I can't ask her if she's going to bed. I think this entire spring, I try to catch her right at 8 o'clock to ask her if she's going to bed, and she's always in the kitchen. I think maybe, I want to say it just a handful of times, like 5 times out of maybe like 15 or 20, I tried to ask her if she's going to bed. Because it used to be the theory of asking her at that time, that you'd have a better chance of her to get pregnant or not. Not sure if it was true or not, but since it's a theory, if you don't keep on trying it, maybe it does help, maybe it doesn't, but I keep on trying it. But anyways, yeah, that's what's been kind of going on this morning. Actually, right now it is, well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I did plant a field of peas. Yeah, I went ahead and used a new drill. And the problem is right now, I don't really have another field. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I might have another field. Well, since we're in the map anyways, here he is plowing this field. He's 42% done. That is 5.82 hectares. How's he doing this field? He is 40% plowed in that field right there. And up here is where we planted some more potatoes. But I'm thinking about it. This is plowed and cultivated. Yes, it is. Let me go ahead and order a Fur X aerial spray because we have workers available to us. Am I done? No, I'm not done here. So I was also talking about giving our workers a day off because they've been working so hard, and now I'm hiring more workers again. But yeah, I got to go ahead and use the new drill one more time because you guys didn't get a chance to see it in action. It's a small field, so probably it's not going to take me too long. The other field I did was a 1.2 or 1.3 hectare size field. Went through it really quick. Really quick. Speaking of really quick, I'm done plowing this field. That didn't actually go really quick, but it went rather nicely. I was talking about this plow here, because now the plow is not a magic plow anymore, meaning, yeah, when I put it down and reload the game, it's not going to go back to a default color. And then when you used to hitch up to the plow, it would change to the color you had it painted. But now it just stays where it should be. Yep, all the fields are harvested. Yeah, so what size field? This is the field right here that I planted peas in, 99.94. Yeah, and I was also wrong, the fertilizer that was in the field. It was artificially fertilized, not the cow slurry fertilizer. So I went down there with the artificial fertilizer, found out, no, that's already been done. It's the other fertilizer. So I kind of wish that when you look at a field, it'll say like, well, right here it says 200%. This will probably say 200% now. I don't think I have any other fields fertilized because it's all been harvested. But usually if you click mouse over it, it'll say 100% fertilized. But if you go to the field and see the field stats, it'll show you what fertilizer is actually on there and how much you got it covered on both sides. Oh, and the other thing I'll forget, because I mentioned it in the, well, previous recording that didn't get recorded. Yeah, so we went down and bought peas because someone did ask, I think in the last video, they were new to the game, and I know I'm kind of maybe slow at this point. Where do you buy the seeds? So here's your farm right here. And if you come on down to this bus stop, you're going to see the agricultural store. That's where you can buy all your seeds to plant, all your seeds to go into the greenhouse, your animals, feed for your animals. You can buy it all there. Now just try to remember, I think the stores in Farmers Dynasty close at night. So if you're going down there at night, you may not be able to buy anything. Is that the way it goes? I can't remember. Anyways, this is a new planter / drill that we bought last time. So like I said, I went down about 5,000 kilograms worth of peas, and it cost me just shy of $5,000. So I was happy with that. So yeah, with this new drill, you kind of have to back in at an angle. Don't try to back straight in because you won't get in there. And peas right here. Fill the seeder with peas. There we go. It holds 620 kilograms. See, I was trying to compare this drill compared to the original one that we had. I think that one holds like 800. So this holds double the capacity, and it's about 40% bigger. So one thing it's going to do is going to help you get the job done quicker. And plus, being that it holds more seed, it's less trips back and forth to the farm. And I also didn't mention... Ooh, can I drive through here? And that's what I was talking about before in episodes, where people said, I wish we had bigger equipment. I said, you may not want that because sometimes you're not going to be able to drive across the bridge, and you can't drive across that bridge. Yep, so you have to find another way around, which here is not too bad. But yeah, I was also mentioning about the seed store. Don't think that you can drive the seed drill down to the agricultural store and buy seed and put it into this drill. You can't do that. The only place you can fill the drill is where you just saw me fill it, inside the garage. So just take the bus stop down, or just take any vehicle down, buy the seed, then you have to come back up here and fill it on up. So this is what I was talking about before. As you see the field owned at the very bottom, it says fertilizer 100%, manure 100%. So if you go to the map and go on the fields, it's just going to say 200% fertilizer. So if you don't remember which fertilizer you put out, if you scroll over a field, in other words, and it says 100%, and you can't remember which fertilizer you have on the field, you pretty much have to go down the field to figure out if you put artificial or cow manure on there, or cow slurry, I should say. So this will be our second field of peas. And I was talking about, as well, we're going to have about 3 fields of peas. The one I planted this morning, the one I'm planting now, and the one right behind us. Where we were up plowing up by Oliver's house, I call those Oliver's fields because there's 4 fields right there. My original 4 that I bought, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put lupine in those because I like the way lupine looks. Just before it turns ready for harvest, all the purples and pinks. Just adds a different kind of color to the map as you're driving around for about a week or 2. But in reality, I should have put the lupine here because it's the lupine would then be next to our house and I can see it all the time. But no, we're going to already got peas going in here. Can't really... I don't know if I ever tried that. Can I replant? So if I didn't want peas in this field If I went back to the garage and put a different crop of seed in the drill and came back around, went over it, does it overwrite the previous seed that I planted? I don't think I've tried that in Farmer's Dynasty. I know I tried it in Farming Simulator and it works. But they are different games, so who knows? How big is this field? 1.36. So actually this field's a little bit bigger than the one I did this morning. But as you can see, I've only made one trip around. I'm already 33% done. It's getting the work done a lot quicker. But that's what you get for a 40% bigger implement. It'll save you 40% on time, basically. Definitely am liking the new drill. Just that you just have to be careful. Like I said, when you back into the garage, make sure you back it in at an angle. Don't try to back it in straight because it won't fit. And as you just saw, going across these bridges over here, and if you are planting on other fields that have bridges that give you access to the field, you may have to find another way around to get to the field. The bridges may not be wide enough for this drill. And even though, as you saw, I started to go through and it looked like maybe if I force it, I might be able to go through. The last thing you want to do is get stuck. And then you got to pay for a tow truck. But the best feature in this game that ever came along is when they added the airplane for aerial spray to fertilize the field. Oh, it's so nice just to hire someone to come fertilize it. Of course, that's when you have all the cash, you can do that. So one thing I hope I'm not doing, because now I don't remember what I kind of recorded when I wasn't recording what I said, so hopefully I'm not double talking sometimes here. But yeah, I was talking, yeah, our goal for the end of the season, like I've said, was $10 million. So now we are at $7.5 million, which, if you do math, that means $2.5 million more that we need. Now, if we go by last year, in September, at the September Festival with Rose, I do remember this for some reason, that we sold all the food and canned stuff that we had, and they got $1.6 million, which then tells us that I need to earn $1 million from selling crop this year. But it's going to be a little bit more than that. I need to sell more than $1 million because I've been buying, I got to buy a potato harvester, the beet harvester. I'm hiring workers to plow, cultivate all the other fields. I got to reseed fields. So maybe $1.5 million I'm going to have to go ahead and earn from the fields. It's just like, it's the only way to keep myself going right now in this game. So I got to set myself some, I don't want to say ridiculous goals. Getting to 10 million would not that be too hard to do if I were to just plant all the fields and harvest them 3 times this year. Meaning we've already harvested them once from the canola, the winter harvest. And now that I'm planting now in late April, these fields would be ready in late June, early July. And if you plant them again, they'll be ready in September. You can get 3 harvests done in a season on a field. But once you start owning a lot of fields, you better start getting your workers to go along and not skip any days, because you're going to need every day to get it done. But it does come to a point, if you're like me, when you got all the, I don't want to say I got all the cash, but $7.5 million. What am I going to do with it? I have no idea. Make my wife happy, I suppose. But yeah, I don't have no drive to get all the fields planted or buy all the fields. Have workers going constantly. I don't want to micromanage too much. Which I should kind of bring this up a little bit. So if you've been watching my Medieval Dynasty videos, feels like that's what I've been doing lately in Medieval Dynasty. Once you get all the villagers there and you're pretty much all set, it almost comes down to like a micromanagement kind of a game where you got to make this, make that. And I don't want to do that here in Farmer's Dynasty where I got to micromanage, making sure I got work. Like right now, I think I can hire probably 2 more workers to be plowing and cultivating fields, but I'm in no rush to turn the fields over. If we get to 10 million by the end of the year, we get to 10 million by the end of the year. It would be nice, but it's not something I'm desperately trying to get to. Let's see, is there anything else I said in the recording I didn't do that I should bring up now that I'll probably remember afterwards, like, oh, that's not in this video? Alright. I haven't done that in a long time where I'm sitting here talking to myself and forgot to hit the record button. The magical scarecrow. He's always there. You can go right through him, and he's fine with it. Perfectly fine. But yes, this drill right here is definitely going to get the work done a lot quicker. Yeah, being a 1.3 hectare size field, this used to take a little while with the other drill. I know when I back it up to the other drill, this one, you know, you can see it's like 40% bigger, but on the back of the tractor it looks much bigger than that. Let's see, can I get this field to 100%? So we got a field to 100%, at least I did for the first time with the beet planter. The first field I did with this drill right here, as you saw, I got to 99.94. Let's see what I get down to when I make this one more pass here. I don't see it being 100%, but could be surprised. I'm not destroying any crops. I don't know what you're talking about. 99.85. It's probably on the edges because sometimes the fields are wider than what you think they are. But I'm going to call that good. And drive over the mountain range here. I won't say mountain range. And it is a little tricky to drive on down the road. You just got to make sure. The worst case scenario is that you get next to a lamp post and a van comes or something like that in a narrow spot. But for the most part, driving up and down the road, I've used it so far. Yeah, it's not that difficult to get around traffic. Alright, just back it up until you bang into the wall. And let's go ahead and empty the seeder. And we'll go ahead and park this on up. So I got a little bit more work done today than I thought I would because yeah, that record button will get you sometimes. Okay, let's go ahead and park this over here. And I didn't want to get out of the vehicle, but that's fine. I wanted to lower it. Oh yeah, I was talking about, someone did, I can't remember if I said this now or not, that why am I not selling the old equipment that I don't use anymore, like this drill. I probably won't ever use this again. I'll probably just use this one over here. And that's because I like to compare, when new stuff comes out, I like to compare the new stuff with the old stuff. Instead of having to go back to the store and buy it all the time, I don't need to sell the stuff because we got the cash. Like this fertilizer spreader right here, I never use that anymore because this is so much better. What else do I not use? Well, this tractor here, I have not even tried it really yet. These tandem trailers up here, yep, don't really use those. But those are all basically what we had before the bigger trailers started coming along. And of course, we got tons of cultivators down here. The grass mower, don't ever use it, but that's a harrow, right? This is a harrow. I think that's a harrow as well, and that's a cultivator. And we don't use any of those anymore, but we keep them. Actually, this is the one you get for free, I do believe. Let's head on over here and see if the wife is outside. Let's see how she is today and see if she has anything important to tell us. Probably not. The roses are looking good though. How are they moisturized? They're wet. They're fine. Let's just ask her how
Darling?
she is.
Good evening, darling.
Good evening. Was it like 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Nice to see you, love. How are you?
I have you, and I am so happy.
That's a line of crap. We all know it. All right, so she's not pregnant because that's the line you would have to ask her, and if she was pregnant, she would tell you. Maybe she doesn't want to tell me in front of Timmy. I don't know. I still question that kid. I'm not quite sure. Is there a mirror I can look at? I don't think so. That's downstairs. Wait, there's a bathroom in here. And a mirror, but I can't see myself. Can't really get a good look at myself, but we kind of know what the character looks like anyways. And I'm not quite sure. I'm not too sure. But that's beside the point. Let's go down and see what Rex is up to. Poor fella's been stuck down here now for, what, a couple years? Seems like. At least the fire is going for him. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time right here on The Day in the Farm. But until then, have a good one.